Hey guys, my name's Heather. We've put together some really awesome videos for you.
Enjoy the show!
Woo!
Everyone needs compassion, love that's never failing. Let mercy fall on me. Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of the Savior. The hope of nations, the hope of nations. My Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, the author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. So take me as you find me, all my fears and failures, and fill my life again. Begin my life to follow everything I believe in. Now I surrender. Now I surrender. My Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, the author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Shine your light and let the whole world see. Singing for the glory of the risen King. My Jesus, shine your light and let the whole world see. Singing for the glory of the risen King. My Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, the author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. There is a treasure not
So for our next song, we are going to do a little bit of a challenge. So the words of the song are so important, but there's also a challenge embedded in the song. So I want you to try and do two important things at once. I want you to think about the words. What does it mean if we have tiny faith to move mountains? Jesus says that if we have faith as small as a mustard seed, and a mustard seed is like that big, he says that we can tell mountains to move and they'll move. What does that mean? You can think about that. At the same time, the mustard seed song is a very special song because we try and sing it progressively faster. And one thing that I felt like I've always wanted to do is just see truly how fast we can play the mustard seed song. And I don't know what will happen. I really don't. I sincerely don't know what will happen. But me and the band are gonna try.
We're gonna try
our very hardest.
try.
And I want you. The second part of your challenge is to try and follow along and see if you can keep up with us. And if you think you can go faster than us, then come to Timberidge Camp and come talk to me, and we'll see who can play the fastest mustard seed song. I would love that.
I think by the time summer rolls around, nobody can beat me. So if you want to try, I'm not the best right now, but I've got time. So let's see. Come to camp, try and beat me. Maybe if you do, I'll get you something special.
So sounds like you guys better come to Timberidge Camp. Isaac's competing too. All right, guys, mustard seed. Whoop.
Welcome to another episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? TRC Edition, where everything is made up, but the points do matter. Today our theme is listening. Got a couple Bible verses for you. The first one is from Jeremiah 33 verse 3, and it says, "Call on me, God, and I will answer you, and I will tell you great things that are hidden, things you didn't know." Another verse we have for you is James chapter 1 verse 22 that says, "Don't just listen to what I had to say and trick yourselves. Do what the Bible says." All right, so again, our theme is listening. We will be doing some improv games. You guys have no idea what's coming. Nope. That's part of the fun. All right, our first game is called Prop. So I'm going to need Dean and Renee on this side of the stage, and Heather and Isaac on this side of the stage. All right.
Oh, let's go!
Renee and Dean, these are your guys' props.
I expected that to have more of like a tone. Like
This is the deal. Your props are anything but what they actually are. All right. So
this is the hat.
what you're going to be doing is you guys are going to be going back and forth. So those one-liners that you guys are so fond of, you're going to try to convey some kind of point with some kind of like one-liner or like mini baby scene with your guys' props. And so they're going to do a little scene.
Okay.
Oh, we
Little
each
scene.
do scenes.
Yes, it's going to go back and forth.
So can they change what?
Yes.
Is that whatever this
You're going
is?
to change your objects
Okay,
each
so
time.
maybe it start
your
as a
scene
hat.
each time. Creativity is key.
Oh man.
So, do we have one-liners that you're giving us? Or
Nope. This is you.
Is this one?
Okay.
Can I just see her?
All right.
See if it
All
fits
right.
on you.
Here we
Hold
go.
up, we're trying
Wait, hold
on.
on.
We're trying
We're
on each
trying on
other's
hats.
hats.
Does
So
that
who's
fit
starting
for you?
first?
No, it does not fit
We'll
for
have
me.
I'll just-
you
I'll
guys
take
start
it.
first.
We
No,
talk
No,
no.
this one fits
Yes.
perfect.
Okay.
It's perfect for you.
You can, and
Okay,
when
thank
they're
you.
doing their scene, you feel free to whisper amongst yourselves too.
Brilliant.
All right. We'll do this maybe like. We'll do.
Wait. Sorry. Are we doing scenes with them or within
Nope.
our own little pod?
You two. So you're gonna do a
Okay.
scene. They're gonna do a scene really short that will go back and forth 3 times. 3 times. All right. Here we go. You guys are gonna start.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Theme is listening. Action.
Yo, what's up in his house?
Hi.
I'm wearing my new hip hop hat.
That's pretty cool, dude. I'm wearing a hat too. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I've just been listening to this new rap album, What's in the Pan?
Switch.
And it's
Reporting live. It's Isaac Hansen and
Heather Huffman. Reporting to you from Timber Ridge Lake, where we have quite the scene behind me. If you look carefully over my shoulder, you will see ripples on the lake. Ripples. We haven't seen this in years, folks. This is a crazy event. Happens once every 20 years. So just take a gander. Take a look. You won't see it for another 20 years, kids. Yeah. Take a look.
I'd just like to say that I'm really excited about this. And,
Okay, Bill, that's enough for right now.
And switch.
Oh, wow. Oh, why is your mirror on your head? Take a look.
oh,
Do you like your new haircut?
I think it could be a little bit better.
I
Honestly.
think that you may look great. You know? So you love it? You love your hair?
I just said I don't think so. I think they could have done a better job.
Oh. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh. What part do you not like? I'm sorry, I totally missed that.
It's okay. Sometimes, we're not listening.
I think I was getting a
And-
little bit too caught up in what I was
That
looking
happens.
at.
Sometimes I get really insecure about my hair and stuff like that. And I want it to look good because I think it's one of my
Yeah.
good features.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
I'm sorry.
Switch.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Oh.
Ring, ring, ring.
hello.
this is weird.
Hey, Isaac, how's it going?
Hi. Hey. Yeah. So today's been a. Yeah. What was that? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just called
Yeah.
you because I have a problem that
Yeah.
I really need help with. I just really need someone to
Yeah.
listen to
So
me, like,
yeah. No. I'm having a great day, and
Isaac,
so we went to the
I just
banana
really need
boat,
someone right
and
now. Isaac, please.
yeah. No. So like.
Isaac, please. I really need someone right now. I just need you to listen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I need to listen better too. I just have something that's going on, and like I just need someone who will hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Listen to my heart, and I know that you're the person that will do that for me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was really caught up in my day. Just go from the
No, it's
top.
okay.
I'll
I'll
listen.
do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Switch.
I really like this new bongo I got from the percussion session of Guitar Center. I'm really digging it.
Kind of reminds me of the cajon at campfire.
Yeah, I like the sound of
Kind
it.
of like a box drum, but like a circle.
I just love listening to this, that kind of deep, booming sound when it comes to this stuff. You guys hear that?
Is that doesn't really sound like a deep boom to me. It sounds kind of like ping, ping, ping.
You're supposed to use your imagination.
Switch.
Oh my, what a nice banana tree! I think I would like a banana. Nobody's around. I'll just take one of those. Oh, it's a talking banana tree. What is he saying? Your great Aunt Martha is right over there. Well, does she have bananas?
Don't take
Well,
my
I don't
bananas.
think I'm going to listen to this banana tree because I'm really hungry. Actually, I think listening's the way to go. I just made a sad banana tree. Oh, okay, have a nice day.
And scene! Thank you so much, you guys. I can take your props. Oh, bam! Thank you so much. All right, this next game will include Elias and Heather. So make your way to the front, Elias and Heather. All right, this game is called Alphabet. First, how many letters are there in the alphabet?
2.
26.
Thank you for the right answer, Elias.
You're welcome.
All right. So my lovely people here, who are these people?
Albert Einstein.
Okay. And you can be like a student. Is that okay? Like a fan/student of Albert Einstein.
Perfect.
Maybe we'll have you guys set up in like a laboratory somewhere, and you guys are going to be conveying the theme of listening and applying that skill. But here's the thing. So because it's the alphabet game, you're going to start off with a line that starts with the letter A. Your response, or whatever line you say next, has to be with B.
Okay.
And then his is going to be C, and then D, and back and forth. All the way to Z is your last line. All right?
I can start with the first one.
Okie dokie. Here we go. On your marks. Get set. Action.
Alrighty, my dear pupil. Welcome to my laboratory. I am Albert Einstein, and today we're going to be making the most dangerous chemical experiment in the world. But you have to listen to me.
But what if I think I know what just a little background here. I was top of my class in high school. I graduated with straight A's. I got a 4.50. And that's just how
Clearly, I am the expert here. Let's get working.
Just don't underestimate my skill. I think you can learn a lot from me, Albert Einstein.
Exactly. I trust you. But I'm the expert.
Fair enough.
Good. Let's get started.
How are you doing that?
I am doing the titration with the measured burette with a little bit of sodium chloride and a little bit of hydrofluoric acid. Right.
Just those 3 ingredients? Or are there more? Because I'm pretty sure you need to add some sodium to that as well for that reaction to really
The secret ingredient is ketchup. Ketchup is the secret ingredient.
Listen, Albert. I'm pretty sure in high school we added sodium to pretty much every reaction we did because we didn't really have a lot for any other chemicals. And so, Albert, I'm just going to go ahead and add some sodium in here, okay? Ready? All right.
My goodness, no, my goodness,
Ooh,
you
whoa,
must
what's
not
happening?
do that.
What's happening?
My goodness, let me see that. I will put that in the sink here.
Never listens. He never listens. He thinks he knows what he's doing. You know what? I'm tired of listening.
Oh my goodness, please just do what I'm saying. I have researched.
Professor, do you ever think that students can teach the teacher?
Question me one more time, and you will never be in my laboratory ever again.
Remember who you are, Albert.
Still, you're not listening. The whole thing will blow up if you do not.
Still, you're not listening to me. What about, listening is a two-way street, Professor?
Trust.
No.
You must trust me, or the reaction will completely explode.
Unbelievable. You know what, Albert, I'm gonna humble myself here. I'm not trusting you. you're my professor, Albert, and I came here to learn, and I'm gonna respect your authority and what you're trying to teach me. So no sodium. Here's my sodium.
Very good decision.
Well, what are we gonna do next?
Exactly what I was wondering.
Hmm.
I will show you.
You know, I think that maybe you could teach me some equations, like about gravity or something.
Yes, I will do that. Let us begin.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Very clever, you guys. Very clever. All right. Our final game is Whose Line Is It Anyway? Which, again, shocker that would be in our show called Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Squeezing.
Our actors will once again be Elias and his brother, Isaac.
Let's go again.
All right. So, again, I need who these people are, and let's not be specific this time. Let's give them a general occupation. Who are these people?
A physicist.
Oh wow, we're getting very sciencey today.
Okay. So scientists. Essentially, these two
I'll
are
be a
like
scientist.
These are
yeah,
occupations,
scientists.
right?
Yeah. So, all right. And what are they doing?
They're both scientists? He's a zookeeper, maybe?
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Different kinds of science.
Yeah.
They're at a testing lab.
A testing lab. All right.
Animal testing.
Okay, we've already been in the lab. Maybe somewhere. Maybe we're in the jungle.
Okay, jungle. I
in the
like
jungle?
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
cool.
I have one line.
Oh, hang on, I'm gonna go back and forth. All right.
I like the
Okay.
jungle idea.
So here's how it's gonna go again. You guys are gonna try to convey the theme of listening, what that means for us. So you guys can make up dialogue. You guys can tell a story, but once in a while you need to pull out one of your handy dandy lines. Elias, you are going to have one extra one. Actually, nope. Here you go. I'm gonna give you one more. All right. Okay. So again, our theme is listening, and that can be either that God listens to us or about us listening to God. However
Okay.
you want to go with this.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm a zookeeper. He's a physicist, and the rule with the lines is that we don't have to really work it in. We just say it
You just
at
say it.
random times.
You just say it, and you have fun. All
All
right.
right.
Are we ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Action.
Wow! Look at all this organic matter. I mean, these leaves.
I love
and
it.
it's
I love
so
it. I
cool.
love
Yeah. Aren't you glad we're on this safari together? Yeah.
All
You're the
right.
best, you're the best.
I can't wait to look at the monkeys, the leopards. Oh,
You know what? You know what I can't wait for? You know what I can't wait for?
What? What can you wait for, man?
In my free time, I'm a hot dog. Let me show you how.
Oh my physicist, my only partner. He's a hot dog? Oh, the animals are coming for him. Back! Hey, not my partner. Okay.
I mean,
no
it's
more
kinda
free
like
time. No more free time.
Oh, sorry.
No more free time.
It's kind of like a Big Frank, you know. It's kind of.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Taco Bell is a beautiful place to visit in the spring.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I just wish they had more, hot dog activity, kind of like the.
Right. Well, frankly, it's not spring. And we don't have Taco Bell. We're in the jungle.
Yeah.
Trying
I
to
know.
get some animals.
Yeah, there's
for
no
my
tacos.
soup.
Yeah, there's no tacos anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't like Taco Bell much anyway. There's not enough explosions, and there's not enough
Right. And there's not enough animals.
Yeah,
You kill the animals and you eat them in your tacos.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm thinking. Our next appointment should be something along the lines like okay. All I see are squeaky toys. All these squeaky toys we can use to attract the animals.
Right. Well, let's start. The animals are coming.
Dude, I don't know though. I don't see them. I mean, I imagine they're coming, but I don't see them anywhere.
What are we gonna do? Hi kids. Do you like jazz? We should play them jazz music.
We should play them jazz music.
All right.
Here's my record.
Let's play it.
I think they're listening. And I'm listening too. It sounds pretty good. I mean, hey.
I like jazz.
Do you hear anything?
Here's some birds.
Okay. Remember what we're looking for. We're looking for Scoop Dap De Bop Boredom Kadook.
Right.
It's a rare species. It's a rare species.
Right.
I know. It's super rare. But we gotta find it.
We need to hide first so it can come out, and then we can capture it, right?
I want to use it for my gravitational research. Obviously not like dangerous testing, but we're just how it, moves around and stuff.
Right, right.
But you know more about it. How do we find this thing?
Well, it has a unique call. It's a very special sound, right?
Oh,
so we have to
I
wait.
can do sound waves.
We need to wait patiently right here. And we have to listen. We have to be patient.
Okay.
But we will hear it. We gotta listen real close.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's be quiet and let's listen for its call.
I don't hear anything yet.
You have to be patient. You must be patient.
Sorry, that was a little loud.
Wait!
Don't forget the secret sauce. You have to put the secret sauce, lay the trap, then the specimen will come. All right, let's put the secret trap. All right, let's wait. Let's wait. You need to listen. Hey. All right. Did you hear it? I heard the call. It went, ooga booga, I'm a caveman. Get on like a
That's it! That's it! That's it!
Get it! I got it! Let's take it.
And scene! So you two, we have just a couple minutes. You two are telling this lovely, really intense, really adventure story. What would you like to tell our audience about listening?
Right. So we are two, very intelligent people. We know a lot about the natural world, about the physical world. So we're set in a jungle where there's this really special thing we're trying to find. And there's a catch, because the thing we're trying to find, you have to be patient, and there's a special call. And that's a lot like the most special thing we can find in the universe, and that is God. It has a unique, special, beautiful call. And God requires us to be patient sometimes before we hear that.
I'd like to say something really quick. In order for this skit to work, and in order for it to flow really quickly, really easily, and really fun, I've got to listen to my partner here. It's not just me up on stage. I'm going to be reacting to him. So it's always a really special and important thing to listen to those around you. Even if it's not the most interesting, but just taking time to listen. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. That was very, very good. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'd like to also kind of say, you guys reminded me of the Bible verse. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21, that says, whether you turn to the right or to the left, you will always hear a voice, God's voice, saying behind you, this is the way, walk here. So if you are having a hard time making a decision, if you don't know what you're supposed to do, if you're ever afraid, know that God is speaking to you. He is always there for you. You just have to listen. Thank you so much, you guys. This concludes an episode of, say it with me, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Have a great rest of your day. See you later.
Bye, everyone. Come to camp. We'll see you here.
Hi, boys and girls. I want to share with you another one of the animals that we have here at Timberridge Camp. In fact, I'm going to tell a story about some that we have out on the lake. But first, I want you to see the ones we have here in the Nature Center. We've looked at a lot of creepy crawly things this week, but these are our little feathered friends. Can you tell what they are? Did you guess quail? These are a tiny little variety of quail, one of the smallest of the quails. These are called button quail, or Chinese painted quail. They're tiny little quail. These two in here that are so small, they're full-grown quail. In fact, the one in the back there, the kind of duller color, that is the mommy quail. She's been laying eggs. She lays about 1 to 2 eggs, about 1 egg every other day. And so she's been busy laying eggs. So every other day she lays an egg. Sometimes once a day, sometimes every other. And this is the little boy right here. He's a little more colorful, a little more bright. And the girl needs to be a little duller because when she sits on the nest, that helps her to be camouflaged when others are predators and things might be looking around to bother them. Now they usually only lay eggs during the summer. It takes about 14 hours of light a day for a button quail to lay eggs. And when the light goes less than 14, they quit laying for the winter. And it gives them a nice break. But if you have them in captivity and you put artificial lights on them, they'll even lay during the winter time. Now button quail are kind of neat. The little boy in here, I don't know if he's going to do it for us. He's starting to stand up tall there. But he will stand up tall, strut around, and sometimes he'll start crowing, making a little cawing sound, and trying to impress his little wife back there, his sweetheart. A lot of people will raise them usually in a pair, or they might raise them in a little group, maybe 4 or 5 of them together. She's been laying her eggs over on this side of the glass here. And so I want to show you what we've done with the little eggs that have been laid here at Timber Ridge. So come with me and check this out. All right, Timber Ridge, we've got a little incubator here. I'm just going to take it off for a moment and let you peer inside. These eggs were put in here a day or so ago. And you can see our little rack has all kinds of little eggs in it. And this rack will turn back and forth about 3 or 4 times a day to rotate our eggs, just as the mommy would rotate them. She would take her little bill and she'd turn them around, move them around in the nest so that they could rotate well. I'm going to put that back on. We have them set at a nice warm temperature in here for their hatching. I think I got that set back right. Now, if you look carefully here, you can see the little egg shells that those little baby button quail hatch out of. And we're going to show you the babies. They're only about the size of a bumblebee. And they hatched out of all of these eggs. You can see they kind of just popped the top right off of each of those. I think this is the only one that came all the way off. These are little button quail eggs. So we had 5 little baby button quails that were born here at Timber Ridge. In fact, they're only 2 days old. Come and see what they look like. We've got them over here. All right, now we've got them in what's called a little brooding chamber. So we've got them in here. So the lights on them, keeping them nice and warm. We're trying for about 95, 96 degrees or so in there to keep them warm. And you have to teach these little button quail to eat. So we come over here with our finger when they're first born, and you tap on the food, and pretty soon they come running over and try to eat the food. And then you want to make it so that they learn to drink. So this is their water bowl here. We've got little stones in the water bowl so that they won't drown in their water. You don't want them to fall asleep or to get in there and get wet and not be able to get out. So they can pick and get at the water, but this keeps them from drowning. And so look at how small they are. Only about the size of my thumbnail. Little bitty guys. And they've already started growing in the last day. Remember, they were only born yesterday. So only a little over a day old. They run all around in here. And they sleep together and run around together. And so they're going to be pretty tame since they're raised here together. So if you come to Timber Ridge this summer, you'll be able to see little baby button quails. I want to tell you about another bird that we have here at Timber Ridge. It isn't one that we have here in the Nature Center, but it lives out by our lake. So come with me and I'll talk to you about what that bird is like. We've got here at Timber Ridge, we've got some of our trees around our pond, and I want you to look up. You see these trees, how they grow over the water out in the wild. Now we've placed these trees here. But out on our lake at Timber Ridge, we have a bunch of trees, and in those trees, we have a bird called a wood duck. And I saw one just the other day, a mommy, and she had about 8 baby wood ducks with her, following her around there on the lake at Timber Ridge. And so I want to tell you about a mommy wood duck. So come with me, think about this adventure. Mommy and Daddy wood duck fly out around here on Timber Ridge. They're here just for the summer months. They tend to go south for the winter. But Mommy and Daddy wood duck, they begin to hunt for a nest out here at Timber Ridge. And they're looking for something very specific. And it's a tree, usually like these, growing up over or near water. That's what they prefer. So Mommy and Daddy Wood Duck would fly around, and they would look around in the trees, and when they spot a hole in the tree, Daddy Wood Duck will probably land somewhere nearby, because Mommy Wood Duck has a long list of things that she has to check off that she wants to make that the perfect home for her. So one thing that she wants, now we see up here, there's some holes in this tree there. You see that? Those are probably created by a woodpecker looking for bugs and grubs and things. Mommy Wood Duck, though, is not a woodpecker. In fact, most ducks will lay their nest just there on the ground in the grass. Mommy Wood Duck's a little different in that she lays her eggs in a hole in the tree. So she's looking for something specific. That hole's not big enough. She needs a hole about 4 inches in diameter, and it has to be big enough to fit her whole body inside. So she's looking for a hole that goes back inside the tree a little ways. It helps her if she can get in there far enough to defend the entrance of her hole. She's trying to get a hole that's kind of a specific height from the ground. She wants it to be somewhere 10 to 20 feet is ideal for a Mommy Wood Duck. It's just high enough that most of the coons and different things running around on the ground won't necessarily notice Mommy Wood Duck sitting up in there in her hole. And so she looks for that, big enough for her to get in. She wants to inspect it. It needs to have a little dip inside so the babies don't roll out, but not so much of a dip that the babies can't climb out. So it needs to be just right inside to fit her, suit her. So Mommy and Daddy Wood Duck, they search all around the forest, and Daddy Wood Duck probably gets tired of waiting for Mommy Wood Duck to find just the right hole. But when she's finally found the right hole, she will lay her eggs inside that nest. And they usually have maybe 8 to 10 little eggs in there, wood ducks. And you've got to see, we're going to put up a picture here for you to see a wood duck, a Mommy Wood Duck and a Daddy Wood Duck. Aren't they just bright? They're beautiful colored. They're probably one of the most beautiful of the ducks. So she lays 8 to 10 eggs in her nest, and then she does something else unique. She begins to talk to her little eggs. Now, nobody's hatched in the eggs that she's sitting on, but she begins to talk to them, and every day she talks to them. And that is very important, because when those little wood ducks hatch and the little baby chicks are born, they need to recognize their mommy's voice, because she's going to give them some directions, some plans for their life. Some of them are going to be hard plans to follow, but they have to recognize her voice. I want you to think about that. We're going to make a point with that here in a minute. So Mommy Wood Duck, she's found the perfect tree. It's got just the right sized hole, so predators and stuff won't notice it. It's high enough that most of them aren't going to climb up there to bother it. She can get far enough back in it that if something's near the entrance, she can peck at it and keep it defended, keep it away from her hole, and she can sit on her little nest there. Now this happens quite quickly, but when Mommy Wood Duck has sat on it long enough and talked to the little babies, they've recognized her voice, and it's come time for those little baby wood ducks to hatch, Mommy Wood Duck does something that might appear a little mean, because those little babies have got to do the most difficult thing in their life. They've got to get out of that egg. And so they begin to peck, and they struggle, and they peck, and they have their little egg tooth, and they break through that egg. And it is probably the most difficult thing those little babies ever have to do. And Mommy Wood Duck just sits back and watches. She doesn't lift a feather to help them. And you might think she's lazy, but she's not watching soap operas or doing anything else to distract her from the baby. She's watching, but she's not helping, because those little baby wood ducks need to get that exercise. They need to build up those muscles and the coordination that it takes to get out of that egg. And so she leaves them be, even though it's one of the most difficult things they do. Pretty soon they face another difficulty, though. Remember, they're 10 to 20 feet up, sometimes even as much as 60 feet up. I would hate to be the baby born in that nest, because within about 24 hours of hatching out of the egg, having had Mommy talk to them, Mommy Wood Duck will fly down to the ground, and she'll walk around there on the ground, and she's looking for predators. She might be out looking for coons, and she might be looking for hawks and owls and coyotes and anything else there in the forest that might eat her little babies. And when she's decided that the coast is all clear and there's nobody around her nest, she will begin to call. And I don't know exactly what she's telling them, but maybe something like this. Come on down. Come down here. It's important to come. Come on down. But whatever she's telling them, pretty soon little baby wood ducks, one at a time, will come up to the entrance. They'll peek their heads out that hole. And you can imagine what it's like as they begin to look down. And maybe it's only 10 feet. Maybe it's 20 feet. Or maybe it's that hole that's 60 feet up. And little wood ducks have another tough thing to do, a difficult decision to make. Are they going to obey Mommy Wood Duck? And so most often, the little baby will look down, and then when Mommy tells him, come on, jump, it's okay, you can make it, jump, and she talks to him, the little baby wood duck will dive out of the hole. Now, he doesn't have flight feathers. He's never flown. He doesn't even know how. And they will tumble head over heels, legs and arms in every direction, and they'll come tumbling out of the nest. It's the most awkward thing you ever saw. But they'll hit the ground, and little fluff balls that they are, they'll kind of bounce, and most of them are okay. And up they go, and then it's the next one, and the next one, and they each come tumbling out of the nest. Now, if one of those little baby wood ducks decides that he's not going to listen to his mommy, he's not going to jump out of that nest, maybe he decides that it is too far down there to the ground, then that little baby wood duck will die right there in his nest. Because Mommy Wood Duck is going to take each of her little babies and she's going to lead them down to the water. She's going to look out for them, but there's not much more that she can do for the disobedient wood duck in the nest. And it might cost that little wood duck its life. But each one of those little babies that's listened to Mommy and followed her down to the water, they will follow Mommy and they will learn how to hunt for little bugs and what to do and grow up to be wood ducks themselves. Now, I kind of think there's some lessons that we can learn there in Mommy Wood Duck. And next time you're here at Timber Ridge, you can come out here to the lake. And I bet if you're careful and walk around the lake, you might see a Mommy Wood Duck with her babies. They're here at Timber Ridge. And here's some lessons that I think we can learn. One, it's important that Mommy Wood Duck talks to her little babies. And it's important that the little babies hear Mommy's Wood Duck's voice. Because one day it will be important that they recognize their mommy when she calls them to jump out of that nest. And it's the same way for us. There's a voice that is very important for us to listen to. We need to listen to our mom and dad. Yes, that's important. But there's another voice that we need to listen to, and that is the voice of Jesus. Because he will send his Holy Spirit to begin to speak to us, to help to teach us, to help us to learn to follow him and recognize his voice. And there'll be important times in our life when there'll be decisions that need to be made, and it will be important at those times to recognize the voice of God in our life. That's one lesson for Mommy Wood Duck. Another is sometimes there are some difficult things in life. Those little wood ducks face one when they're trying to get out of that egg, and Mommy Wood Duck will let them struggle there in the egg. They have another one, and that's quite a struggle because I imagine she wants to help them. But it's that way in our life, too. It's that struggle that helps strengthen the little baby wood ducks, helps them be coordinated for life. Sometimes God has to step back and let us struggle in life, too. Let us go through some difficult things. Maybe that will help strengthen our faith, help strengthen our trust in God, so that when even more difficult things come, God knows that we can trust him and will follow him through those difficult times. So he lets us struggle through things to help shape who we are. And there's a third thing that God does for us. Sometimes the decisions that we have to make, like those little babies, when they look out that nest and they think about that situation and they think, Mommy, you can fly. You ought to come back up here. I can't fly. I don't think this is wise to jump out of this nest at 10 or 20 or even 60 feet. No. Doesn't make sense to me. You know, there's times in our lives when sometimes the things that God asks us when he calls with his voice to do are things in the Word, the Bible that he gives us that look like difficult things to do. But you know, if we'll follow God, if we'll trust him, just like the little baby that trusts Mommy and jumps out of the nest and is okay, it works out that way in our lives too. We need to learn to trust Jesus as well when he speaks to us. So I hope you think about some of these things next time you're here at Timber Ridge, or maybe at a lake near your house and you see the wood ducks, or you see the little birdies, the little chicks and things. I hope you think about God and his care for us too. I hope you, till we meet again, I'll see you later.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. Cannot wait to see you guys here at Timber Ridge Camp.
Dude, I need to practice for these campers.
You gotta do it again.
I do too.
Get ready for the summer. Mustard seed song. Mustard seed.
I'm gonna be owing kids candy bars on the daily.
We need to practice.